Hey, what is up, Gangalicious? How are you sweet people doing what the fuck? No! Ew! How are you people doing today? I'm doing fine. I was sick this morning, and I did say this morning on a YouTube Shorts video that I was gonna upload a video today. Now I'm doing that, because I'm not sick anymore and I'm better. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create a gun from scratch, and the gun sound we're making today sounds like this. So if you don't like that, click off the video. It's not for you. But if you do like that, well, we're going to be learning that today. I also want to shamelessly plug my sample store. It's doing well. People are really, I've been getting a lot of good, like, healthy reviews. So I'm happy with the store. I'm happy with everything and how it's working. And with that, I want to say thank you to you guys, and I want to do a winter sale. Everything's going to be 50% off. So if you haven't checked out any of that stuff, check it out now. All right. The tutorial. So the patch, this is the patch, and it's so fucking simple because there's barely any effects on it. But the patch itself is confusing at first. You know what? It sounds fine. Everything sounds fine. The basics of this patch is basically just a noise. And I use a sample. So my bad, it's not completely from scratch, but you can get perks, you can get guns, anything. As long as it has a metallic transient, you're fine. Then we add a sub. The sub envelope, the pitch envelope, is following the level of this, by the way, which gives it more movement. And then we have some distortion. And I can't remember what else we had. Oh, I also have a combs filter for extra decay, but it also affects a sub, so I'm not too sure about that. But let's get into the processing, like the nitty-gritty of this whole, like, rack. First of all, we have an erosion. Just for the high end, because there was missing high end. And then we have... Yeah, okay, so we have two chains. Just normal chain with no effects on it. And then there's another chain here that has a frequency shifter on it. And Melda Charm Verb. This is a very good reverb for guns, especially for the room. This is like the room layer. It's very useful for transients if you want to make it more like oomphy, I guess, like more sweeping in, I guess. I don't know how to explain that kind of dynamic, but it definitely beefens up the dynamics, especially when you have like the size messed around with and the length. But yeah, these are the settings for it. There's not much going on it really. It's just, you know, room, and then the frequency shifter, which I forgot to show you the parameters. Minus 287 hertz, you know, just changing it so it doesn't phase. And then we have all of this, which, you know, I have to turn everything off, and I probably should delete this, which I'm just gonna put it here. First of all, we have a saturator. You can't really hear it doing much because all I'm doing here is turning the volume down and turning it back up with the drive. But with the it's a very important key factor to making this distorted. There's just, to my ears, it sounds like, it's just for my sake of mind, because, I don't know, I'm mentally ill, you know. Then we have, holy shit, wow, I did not realize that I had all this. Okay, well, this is the beef of the processing. This is like the beef Wellington of the processing we're doing here, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, alright, so we have that grouped. Go ahead and turn everything off. So everything's off now, and I want to show you what this all is, what it all means. Why is everything... Okay, there we go. So, I believe this is parallel processing again, but this time we're frequency splitting it to separate the sub, because here we have another saturator, just beefing up that high end, and we have another frequency shifter, this time frequency shifting down minus 489 hertz. And I don't know why there's a phaser flanger. I think I was just messing with the feedback and shit. There used to be a redux because it made it really crispy. I'll turn that on later, see how it sounds. But for now, it's just a gun. Then we have an EQ8. You know, doing what it's supposed to do, EQing it. And then we have here an interesting snap heap preset, which isn't that interesting. It's basically just distortion, but this is a distortion method used by a lot of people, actually. And I don't know, sometimes there's spread on it. I don't know why there's no spread on this one, but the technique is saturate mode, have this on like +2 decibels, dynamics always like normal, and then the mix down at 50 or 70%, and then the spread up a little bit. It's really nice. I can't remember who taught me. I think it was Grinix or something. Shout out to Grinix. Then we have some lows peaking, some more lows peaking, another snap heap. This one is my bass thickifier, which is in my sample pack. Then there's some EQing. Extra EQing, just taking out those mids that I don't like. And there was a resonator on this originally to give more decay, but I found that it was kind of weakening the sub. But it sounds cool. It's atonal, I guess. Now here's what you could do with this. You can... You can mess with this as much as you like, and it's very fun to just go from this to an actual gun. And what makes it really useful to have this like already pre-built once you learn this, because I imagine you're either gonna buy the sample pack just to get this rack, or you're gonna just like copy the whole thing by hand, which I would recommend more, because you at least learn something from there while you're doing the process. It's more visual. But if you're a lazy motherfucker like me, I would just buy the sample pack and just drag it in. But that's not what you're gonna do. You're gonna copy this. I'm forcing you. You're gonna copy all this processing and learn something from my videos. But yeah, it's really useful to have this rack just pre-built. Like, have this patch, random patch, you know, mess with the... You know, there's like endless fucking things you can do. You can even add like other layers. This one kind of sounds like ass. That's pretty cool. And, oh shit. And actually, if you, this is something I learned. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty common sense to know this. But actually, if you peak resonant frequencies, like, let's turn this off. And hold on, this layer is actually bothering me. If we were to actually create a peak, like a resonant peak, and then another one in a slightly different harmonic, and then another one in a slightly different harmonic. You get more tonal basses. Yeah, I'm not kidding. EQing is pretty much 50% of your sound design, and like the rest is just post-processing effects and like actual like synthesis. But yeah, that's how you make a modern gun, I guess. Modern Tearout gun. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it's helpful. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.